the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056. www.melissawilliams.com.
Hey you, yeah you, don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
Nick was cold with that one. Oh, Nick Jones was cold, y'all.
That was ridiculous.
Nick, you cold with that.
Don't you never in your life sell me no bullshit like that.
Y'all crazy.
Goodness. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another edition. Y'all know what it is. Shopkulture. Live. 8 p.m. every Tuesday. I'm joined by my lovely co-host over here.
Hello, it's Tama.
And we got the producer over there, Nick Jones.
What's poppin'?
Nick was going in.
Hey, man, as always, as usual. Only when needed.
Nick was going in.
Y'all were
Friday.
crazy.
Yeah, we had a nice little
evening.
I just couldn't. You know what? Shout out to my guy Mace.
All right. Myron, what's up, Myron?
this man here, bro.
Y'all are cold. Nick went in on. I'm not gonna say no names.
I already did. I already said it.
Just because Nick is blessed with locks and nice hair,
lots of hair.
No, man.
He went in on somebody that
who didn't have
follically challenged.
Who didn't have.
So let me ask a question. Okay, in that situation, I'm just gonna take that out of it. If a man has maybe a hairstyle that doesn't look right to you in general, would you say something to him about that?
If we're close, yes.
What about if you just met him first date type of thing?
If I just met him first date, I'm gonna get to know what he's about first, because like that may be his style. I mean, it may not be my style, but if that's his style,
the style you saw this past weekend, you fucking with that?
That's not my style.
Oh, okay.
That's not my style.
I just wanted to make sure.
Damn, y'all. So was it that bad? Just because it had
hold on.
It was
what killed me?
Hold on. Things on it.
What killed?
Well, you got to give first of all before you go into.
Hold on. What did What did you just say?
Before you go into detail.
Pointy parts.
Huh?
The pointy parts sticking up.
Before we go into it, Nick, you got to explain what's going on. That's not fair.
No, it's totally fair.
Can you explain what we're talking about?
Though, if he likes the way his hair looks, that's good for him.
What's up, Angelina?
That's self-confidence, right?
What's up, Angelina? And is it your birthday, Angelina? Is your birthday?
If it's your birthday, love,
happy birthday, young lady.
Happy birthday.
Happy 21st.
Look, it starts. Tell Nicholas Jones I'm gonna hit him with. Okay, I'm gonna leave that up there, and then I'm going to expound on what the.
Okay, so are we going to real quickly talk about what happened with the hair?
Yeah, so one of the homies, shouts out to Mace. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He
a
tells
fan of the
us,
show. He watches the show.
Yeah, right. He tells us that he's thinking about. He said, "I'm either gonna get some locks or some braids." This man don't have enough hair to do either. And
First of all,
really
they're really telling it fair.
Hold on. And
Yeah.
I was trying to, and I'm the friend that's gonna tell you like, nah, that ain't it. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you.
He could get
He
some baby
no,
locks.
No, he can't.
She said, baby.
No, he can't. Tama.
But Nick,
For real,
you're not
for real.
really telling it because you went in though.
What do you
Nobody else
mean?
seen it.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Yes, he
what's
did.
the difference? No, all I said, I was trying to. I really wasn't trying to like.
Nick
I
had a
was
few
not
drinks
trying
and he went in
not
on the
trying to
boat.
roast. I was like,
did roast, though.
but I wasn't trying.
You weren't
to.
trying to?
I wasn't. I was like,
We're not trying to. You sure did.
But I wasn't. He said that he was thinking about getting braids, and I'm looking at the top of his head, and I'm like, where? How is that gonna
know.
happen? How is that gonna happen?
So for the next,
He can get cornrows. He's not the cornrow.
oh, you need to
Tama,
stop.
Tama,
T, you need to
how is
stop.
how
It was at least
hair
this,
has to connect to
at
do
least
that, right?
It was at least this long.
No.
That wasn't well.
It was
listen,
no. You're lying now.
Mace, I was actually the only one there that
Nah.
had your back, bro.
He
I
didn't
just want to say
even
that.
He didn't even have enough to do Bantu knots, which is something I suggested, and then I was like, nah, you can't even do that.
Y'all went in though for about another hour.
Somebody said the top of his head looked like the rug that you
Hey,
see in a
James.
trap house. I was done. Oh my
I know, and somebody mentioned like prison or something. Like
Your
you're
brother
free
looked
now.
over it because
Oh my god.
the brother, poor brother, because it
Yes,
gets worse when a young
clown
lady. He seen you there, and you're looking. You know what I'm saying? Right, Nick. He see the.
I don't know why he said that shit,
it
but
did.
it's just the math was not mathing for me. I'm like, Maze, please stop. I don't know if it was the drinks or the Black and Mild.
Do you think people
I don't
take going natural to extreme now? It's like
Returning to natural.
huh? Well, I'm,
Returning to natural.
well, I don't know what we call that. So when you have hair or you have a lack of, and you just try to like make a dread, or it doesn't work. Is that what y'all saying?
I told him to his face that's not happening. It's just not.
Well, you
happening.
told him for 45 minutes to his face. And you're cold with it, man.
It's just not
No,
happening.
Mace, bro. Listen, I
Now, you
got
can
you.
do some fall locks. You can probably do some fall locks.
They were trying to give him. They were trying to give him my number and give him free cuz they were trying to take the donation.
I wasn't involved in that part. That was not me. That was not me.
A nice little fade and a taper, you good. But
Oh, my
trying
God.
to grow your shit out, bro, you past that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So man, what's up, y'all? Welcome. That's what we did.
I cannot believe Taylor was like, or just got done. I can't believe you just sat up here and said he could actually. You know he can't do nothing with that. You know there's nothing that he can do.
And she
It
know
was at least this long.
It wasn't even that long.
You don't think it was this long?
No.
she know that she wouldn't even go out with no dude, right? Is that what?
I just asked her.
I said it wasn't my style.
No, that's what I said. That's what I said. We know
But
you
it's
probably
not my style.
yeah.
But if he's happy, if he's happy with the way his hair looks, and
But if he
more
was
power
a good,
to him.
but if he checked all the boxes,
just because the hair.
if he checked all the boxes, but his head looked the fuck like that, would you still?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know.
But he,
Oh wait, no,
But
wait,
what?
wait, wait.
All
but
the
he checks
boxes?
all the boxes.
All
Like
the
it's just your ideal
Everything.
ideal guy.
Everything else, all the boxes.
But the hair
I
that
get
you
sex,
saw
I
that
get sex
night.
every single day.
Well, I mean,
all the boxes.
twice a day.
All the boxes.
Okay. Then we could work with the hair.
Okay, how about this though, Nick?
shit.
Could you work with somebody maybe? What do you think about lace fronts?
Lace fronts for women, right?
Well, yeah, for women.
I don't listen. I don't. The whole
you mind
weave
that?
and shit. I don't
Okay.
care about none of that.
All right.
She gonna get this rod either way. She can have the Jeanne fade. She can be bald. I don't care about none of that.
I don't know about these lace fronts though, man.
Like, what is it? I don't even know what a lace front is. That's how lost I don't know what any of that
Well, I didn't
shit
really
is.
know until
You
know.
would
'Cause
have to,
now
like,
they pointed
point-
it out. I
yeah,
don't know.
you
I'm
have
not
to
saying it's
point
a
it
bad
out.
thing. I'm just like that's one of those. I just think there's.
I like natural. If she
I
got
think
a
it's
weave
natural.
or
Cut
lace
it,
front and
get
it
that
looks-
fade going.
If it look nice, I'm with it.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? Rock whatever you feel comfortable doing,
Yes.
and that's really what
Most
it is.
definitely.
Because I think what?
It's a lot of women that got the same thing. Your homeboy got up under them wigs.
Oh, y'all is clowning.
Damn.
Is that Myron?
I don't
would
know.
not
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Have you ever pulled and then you just came? Let me stop.
I've never done
And it
that.
went to the side and you pulled it.
And if I'm into
That would be
it,
embarrassing.
Not really, because hey, they're like what?
no, I'll just pull it off and throw it off to the
How
side.
about dentures?
Now I
You ever had
mean,
that?
I don't
You ever
know
had the
nothing about
dentures?
that.
No, I've never experienced that.
That's like a 50
I will
plus
not
type
confirm
thing.
or deny.
I have heard that women who can take them out the dentures out can really give good head.
I would try that. I would actually. I would
guys-
try
I've
that.
heard that.
No, I would.
I wouldn't know. But I've heard that.
I would. I would try that.
Anybody know about that? Anybody?
Well, I'll be
tell us?
fishing
Don't
like a mug.
care.
I know damn well I'll be having these hats like a mug balded. Yeah, so hey, so my
You wait. You be half fishing?
Yeah.
You be telling chicks you got hair when you don't? Because that's half fishing.
Oh, is that hat fishing?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're lying. Like
I've been bald.
Yeah.
I got that
If you don't
LeBron.
care what you got going,
No,
yeah.
I got that
So that's
LeBron.
not really
I got
half
that
fishing.
LeBron.
Then that's not really half fishing. Then
Yeah, okay. But I always wondered, did women care about that? Like, men with hair, not hair. Did it really matter?
I don't care
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
I used to care.
damn. Not
My
the George
ideal
Jefferson.
man when I was younger. I mean, my
the
dream
curl.
man.
Let me guess,
No,
curl.
he had locks.
Curl.
He had dark skin,
Oh.
and he spoke French.
Well, I speak French.
Do you?
No.
I was gonna put your test on that one. It's like,
No, I
tu
don't.
parles français?
No.
Un petit
English.
peu?
It's English. It's Shopkulture. What's up?
I don't know, but that was sexy as shit.
Yeah, look. Oh man.
The
I
James
wouldn't say I speak
Evans.
French.
The James Evans?
Damn.
Damn, y'all are cold.
I want to give out a shout out.
Oh, real quickly. You
So
told me about
I
something.
went on the suicide awareness walk on Sunday, and I met a woman named Kieran D. Brown, and I got some really, really nice earrings from her. I don't know if you guys can see them, but these earrings, I never know what to turn.
Yeah, you got to turn toward over to
So
me.
I got
Maybe-
these earrings from her.
Okay.
She couldn't actually sell
Yeah, you
them.
wanna, I can hold this and get
Yeah,
up so they
hold
can
this.
see it. So,
Went out.
so here you go. And put it right there up on the. Yep.
Wait, over here?
Yeah, right on. Yep.
Can you see it?
Well, kind
There you go. Let's just hold it.
Yeah, we hold it.
Yeah, we gotta
Maybe-
get a new webcam.
Yeah, maybe we'll take a picture so you can take a picture and then. Okay, and we put her information. So
Yeah, it was really funny because she couldn't sell them, so she gave them to me, and so I couldn't just take them without paying. So I kind of dropped some money and said, "I think you dropped something."
wow. No, that's and I did hear about it, and
Yeah.
it was.
But
Yeah, that's.
the website for the jewelry though is called thesewingcollective.com. Sewing is spelled SOWING. Sewingcollective.com. So if you're looking for some really nice earrings and jewelry, check out thesewingcollective.com and Kieran D. I love my earrings. In case you're watching, she said she's gonna try and tune in today and watch.
Thank you for watching.
Shout out
and-
to you, and thank you so much for the earrings and
And
being
thank
there
you.
in support of suicide awareness.
And Kenneth said a lot of Marin fans on suicide. Kenneth,
did
I
y'all
am
lose?
yes, man. I would never understand that move. You had Seawald in there. You keep him in there. You don't go with Robbie Ray, who's been struggling in the last month of the season, and that was tough. So, anyways, we won't get into that because I'll get mad again. And oh man, but hey, it's the first game. I think the series is over. We shall see. Anyways, let's get on. Let's get to the topic because we got some
Angelina
topics.
said she doesn't care what hairstyle you got. So.
Okay, there you go.
Cool. All right.
Bald hair, whatever.
Call of Booty.
hair.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Mission fail. This was pretty. This topic is
Call
pretty
of
funny.
Booty mission failed.
Yeah. So here's the. B, you want to explain this meme, or
Well,
I could read it.
yeah.
but-
If you can read it, maybe
That's
because I
awful
can't.
small.
So it says here, the dude says, "How am I wrong for sending a chick home in an Uber that didn't want me touching her, but want to sleep in my bed? Did I mention she came over at 1 a.m? Did I mention I sleep alone in my shit? I didn't put her out like a bogus nigga. I just sent her home in an Uber out of my pockets. How am I wrong?" And I guess his response to this is a response to a post. I'm guessing this is a response to this chick's post where she says, "Putting the motherfucker out because they don't want to." Because they don't want to smash is crazy. And so that was his whole response. So that's why I just, I came up with that caption,
Yeah, that caption was
Call of Duty
that was
mission
good.
fail.
I
So,
find that interesting.
what are y'all thoughts on that?
It's two things there. Just because somebody comes over you're not entitled.
Right. No one owes
You're
you
not-
one sex.
Yes, you're not entitled to have sex. You're not entitled.
You don't
Well, you're
owe.
not.
I understand that. But
You're
we
not-
need to be, we're in reality. Like
But-
1 a.m.
But
He
when
pro-
you come over at a
on,
certain
bro.
time,
You
Yeah.
may expect that.
Yes.
Because why?
And
So,
she should have
why-
said, I don't plan on being intimate with you. If
Yeah.
that's the way she felt.
she
She
should
should have said that.
She should have made that known.
Right.
I'm not coming over to, have sex with you. I'll come over and hang out. not trying to have sex.
I'm coming over to sleep in your bed at 1 a.m. Sleep in your own damn bed. You can call me tomorrow morning and tell me about whatever problems you. Somebody in the thread.
Oh, who said that? What, somebody said that?
No, I was. No, I had. There was somebody in the thread on the post, and she had said something to the effect of, "Well, maybe she wanted some type of comfort," and I was like, "Ma'am, at 1 in the morning, no." Get real, like, come on. And then she gave me this whole dissertation paper as to like her experience as to what happened with her, which I didn't even respond to because completely irrelevant. But my thing was 1 in the morning, a woman coming over to your house, come the fuck on, man. Like, come on.
Well, I will say though, is there such a thing in maybe having some empathy, just in case somebody's going through whatever the case? How close is this relationship? Is this a real?
What was the conversation beforehand?
What's the conversation beforehand? Like, was it a lead up? Like, hey, we're going to be smashing soon.
It sounds to me like he thought that he was getting some cat.
But did he even say? It sounded like he was just even saying touching or just any of the, it was an issue with just touching, and I'm like, well, if you're going over at that particular time in the morning,
touching,
what are the expectations?
Right.
Leading to
and
sex.
these days, man, you almost got to, you know what, and it's a trip. I think these days you have to really be upfront about everything.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, Angelina. Like, let's stop with the BS.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning, generally one thinks booty call time, but I don't know what she's expecting. I don't know why she. I don't know. And the thing is, you can decide you want to have sex, but then you can change your mind. We can all change your mind.
And that's
Anybody
another
can
thing.
change their mind.
And so he's
great,
and he sent her ass home. So I don't see where he was wrong.
I
in
don't
that.
see he was wrong.
He wasn't wrong in that.
I don't think he's wrong.
But can we also say though, somebody has a right to change their mind?
Yes,
just
definitely.
because
And
you
that's
come over
fine.
at 1 a.m. just
That's
because you're in the
B.
you know what I'm saying,
That's
starting it
completely-
off,
that's completely
somebody can be
fine.
like, you know what, I'm just not feeling this, or this doesn't feel right to me.
Awesome.
I'm allowed
Let me
to.
go ahead and get you your Uber.
Yes.
Go home, and boom.
Right.
That's it.
Like that.
Now,
Like
huh?
that tea video. Have you seen the tea video
What tea?
about consent? Have you seen
No.
it?
No.
So there's this video about consent, and I when I'm teaching base about sexual assault awareness, basically it equates consenting to sex.
She just got to say I sleep naked.
Exactly,
and
Angelina.
having
Look,
tea.
come on, man.
So
Come
let's
on.
suppose you offer someone tea, and they say, "Yeah, I'd love some tea." That's consent, right? And they drink tea, and then you ask someone if they want tea, and they say, "I don't know if I want tea." That's not consent. Or like, yeah,
This
I
is
want tea.
This is too much. This is just too damn much.
And then they
No.
don't want tea.
I'm sorry,
You can
Tama.
change
I
your
don't mean
mind.
to cut you. It's just too damn much.
So, but basically, consent. You can change your mind at any time.
And you can call an Uber at any time too, and that's
Yes,
what
you
that's
can.
what the brother did.
And I
So
don't
it's
think wrong
not
with that.
it's not that hard. Like she knew what the deal was, and if she changed her mind, cool. She has the right to
Right, to change your mind.
and he had the right to send her ass
Yeah.
home, which is what he did. So like,
Yeah, and that's the point. I mean, but to have an expectation like the man is wrong for
Sending her home.
sending her home,
No.
I don't.
That's his home.
And that's his house. That's
and
his house.
yeah, like
at the end of the day,
I don't think he would have agreed for her to come over at that time. If it wasn't going to be any type of action
Contact.
going down, right?
Do you think men should, or just men or women should, even before maybe a date now, be like,
What you mean?
ask what's, hey, am I gonna smash?
Yes, absolutely.
Even before a date.
Not before a date. You can do it
Okay.
at
You
the
might-
date.
I mean, during the course of
During
the
the
date,
date.
you would be talking, you'd be communicating, you have some kind of conversation about mutual expectations. It's like she might just want to have sex down the road, or she may say, "I don't know if I want to have sex with you right now." I don't know, or he may be having sex that same night. I mean, she may change her mind and say, "Yeah, I'd like to go home with you," or I don't want to go home with you.
I hear what
They
you're
need to
saying.
talk about it. At least talk about it.
You need to have a conversation.
Yes,
Let's
you
see.
need a conversation.
What did James say?
I hear what you're saying, Doc. Go ahead.
She may have wanted the back blown out, but your vibe, energy, and lack of patience blew it. Take your time. Good conversation is aphrodisiac. Well,
So true.
Okay, but now that
Amen to that, James.
we're talking about at 1 a.m. in the morning, like,
And that's
my
not what
thing
she
is-
said either. She. Let me get this banner.
Yeah, and we all.
What'd she reply?
We can't lose the part about 1 a.m. Now,
Right here.
are we talking about business hours?
No, it was like 1 in the morning. remember?
1 a.m. That's a totally different vibe.
Yeah, it is.
This sounds to me like she had intentions on going over there with like no intentions to smash at all.
And they got mad because. But my thing is, she didn't want him to touch. I mean,
but then that's where
you
I
can't
beg the
cuddle?
question:
Then
why
she
are you
should've-
even coming to the house? Why are you coming over? If
And why can't you cuddle?
Right.
They should talk.
He
about
didn't
that.
want to. He didn't
They
want to
should
do
talk
that.
about that
Clearly.
beforehand. I mean, they should have had some kind of I'm coming over 1 a.m, and what the expectations are. At some point, there should.
What are the
something.
expectations?
But booty calls are random like that, where you
you shouldn't have to always
hit
have to
somebody
have
up. Yo, I'm trying to pull up. What's up? There is really no. I mean, in my experience, there's really no like.
you're not gonna have
You're
a
not
whole-
penciling in a booty call. It's just.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a
Well,
20
more
minute
often than not,
conversation.
you're not. I don't want to speak in absolutes, but
Well, most times you're not though. Most times,
Yeah.
it's you're going. Yes, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Angelina is
Yeah,
on
and
fire
if you come
tonight.
out, if you come
That's what I'm
at,
talking about.
if you come at 1 a.m. or
Talk to this dick. That's what you can talk to.
or 10 a.m. Yeah. I don't know.
Come on, man. 1 in the morning. Come on, like either you going
Does
to
it
her
change-
house or her
okay.
coming to your house at that time of night.
Does it change
or
from-
early morning hours? Come on.
Does it change?
For me, yeah.
How about 10 p.m.?
I'm getting some in the morning. I'm getting some.
Well, what about 10 p.m.? Does it change? Does it
That's booty call hours too.
10
I
p.m.
say-
to me is not booty call hours.
So what's the booty call hours then?
The wee hours, like 1, 2, and 3 in the morning. Then
No,
yeah.
I would say
10 at night to me still is.
I would say somewhere between 10 and 1 a.m. I would say between 10 and 1
maybe
a.m.
10 might be just.
Hey
thinking
man, I
about
know
it.
some
I
cats.
don't
You
know.
come over anytime after 8.
After 8.
After 8 p.m. But that's their choice. I mean, again, that's their house. So.
You're right. You're right, Ken. He shouldn't. He shouldn't have. But I'm just thinking.
But they didn't have that conversation. I don't think they had that
It sounds to
conversation.
me like he thought that that's what was going down, so that's why he let her in the first place. And it wasn't until after she got inside the house
She changed her
where
mind.
she changed her mind.
Was
and
she
so it was
allowed
just
to do?
like,
She is
what
allowed
she's
to change
allowed
her
to
mind.
do. And then he sent her home. So I would
So
have
he-
did
I don't
the
think-
same thing.
Well, and I don't think either one of them was wrong for it, but she has a right to change her mind. She doesn't have to give it to you because nobody has to give you anything because you
True.
Not at
I
all.
come over.
wonder-
And we got to. I think we all got to kind of come to that conclusion about things too, instead
I'm
of always
wondering
expecting.
if they've been into it before, and
It don't sound like they were,
And so
Right.
maybe it's something about him that she just didn't like when she got there.
and that's true too.
Which
I mean,
means she should have left anyway. It's like, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe his
and
breath
that's-
stank. I don't know.
and that's happened with men with certain women. You
Right.
know, you get hyped and you get like,
Like, no, I don't think so.
yeah. But I can also know that, you know, expecting to go over a man's house and try to have conversation after 10 p.m. is probably not
I've
the best
watched
move.
movies at 10 o'clock at night at someone's
Watching
house.
movies is different.
Yeah,
Conversation.
but watching movies also
Having
leading to
a
getting
deep
your back blown
conversation.
out too.
No, it did not. It did
I'm
not.
just saying.
We watched a movie and
I'm
then
not
I went
saying
home.
you personally,
Right.
but
Watched a movie, I went home.
just you by
Wait,
yourself.
wait, hold on. Let's rewind this.
Just you by yourself, or it was a dude that came over?
Yeah,
I
you-
went to his house.
Okay.
We watched a movie.
Oh,
I went home.
okay.
Did you guys have a discussion beforehand about the possibility, or you already knew that wasn't going to happen?
We had never discussed that possibility. It was never on the table. We were never dated. We were friends. I think he probably would have liked to have been more than friends, but
You know he wanted to.
So
be
wait. When a woman says
know
that
he-
means
you
that
know
yeah,
he did.
he liked you, but
Yeah.
you didn't like him.
He wanted to smash that night too, and
That's what that
just
is.
didn't happen.
That's a code
he
word.
didn't make any kind of moves like he wanted to, and I definitely wasn't gonna initiate that because I wasn't interested.
But
in
if he
that.
would have made moves,
I would have still gone home
okay,
Oh,
because I just wasn't interested in that.
okay. Well, that's fair.
Movie and popcorn. Went home.
So a woman knows before. So the likelihood
man.
that you already have known beforehand. So let's say you did like him a little bit. You would have known. It was nothing that would have changed your mind when you've gotten there and during the course of the movie.
If that was on my mind when I got there, we wouldn't watch the whole movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Say that then.
Well,
So, but let me ask.
Let's just be honest, right?
Well, let me ask.
If that's what I'm there for,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the movie is just okay. That's a nice movie. Okay, let's go to bed. You know.
Well, let me ask the audience. Usually when somebody's watching the movie, do you actually even finish the movie? It's usually not going to finish the movie. The expectation usually after 10, because you probably went before 10, I'm guessing, to watch the movie. Oh, is it after 10?
It was after 10.
yeah, I don't know if I would have had you come over.
It got quiet.
I wouldn't even.
Hey,
have
nobody
I don't know.
responded. They're like, wait a minute here.
We could have
just-
went to a movie we could have went to a movie
We were just,
like
we happened to
yeah.
be chatting. We just happened to be on the phone chatting and talking and stuff. We're both just like wide awake and bored. It's like, let's watch a movie. Okay, let's watch a movie.
Nah.
We watched a movie.
I mean, that's cool.
That's popcorn.
So he's a platonic friend.
Yes.
You know what,
That
guys?
happens.
And there's
That
nothing wrong
happens.
with platonic.
Not at
nothing
all.
wrong with that.
I'm just being honest, like me. Yeah.
But you know he was mad as hell.
He was. I know he was.
You know he
We're
was mad.
still friends.
I know
Yeah,
he
but he's
was.
mad.
He
He's
was
still
hoping to
mad.
get some of that damn.
Yeah.
He was hoping to get some of that punani, and he didn't.
Did he have the robe
didn't strike
on?
out at all.
No, he didn't have a robe on. He has clothes on.
Where do you watch the?
Y'all
where
have
do you
some
watch the movie?
wine.
Were you watching the movie
Y'all
in
just
his
had
room?
y'all
Or-
popcorn.
Living room.
See, okay, well that says it all right there. You were watching the
That don't
movie.
mean nothing.
I wasn't in his bedroom.
Oh well, see that.
No.
That don't mean nothing. I've been in that position
Yeah,
before
but
where I've
it's-
definitely
but
where
hey,
it
when it
went
goes
right
in-
from the living room
But
to the
you know-
bedroom, or it went down right there in the
You
living
know
room.
when it goes into the bedroom, initially it's on though.
I feel like if in the bedroom watching a movie, it just seems like there's more expectations
There-
for
there-
than
there
to
you
happen.
go.
So
Yes.
no, we watched the movie on
Yes.
the couch.
I mean, hey, each is their own.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's
Wow.
whew.
Yeah.
I feel for that guy because I'm just like, did y'all at least
Does
have
he hear
wine?
that violin
Hold on.
playing?
Did y'all at
That
least have
violin?
some wine, or was
I
it
don't-
just popcorn and water? What the
That
hell?
violin.
I drink water usually.
Oh.
Usually hot water with lemon. And if I'm driving home, I won't drink because.
Oh, okay. That's right. I'm sure you didn't
I
plan on
don't
staying
drink
tonight.
much. I don't drink very often.
Well,
Right.
I feel the violin
Yeah.
playing in the background. Boy,
For
that's-
him, anyways. God damn.
Goodness gracious. But I mean, hey, nothing wrong with that. But
You know, in the back of his mind, he was like, "Man, maybe something can happen. You know, maybe something will just pop off." And then for it not. To what movie did y'all watch? I'm curious.
I can't remember. It was years ago.
gosh.
We watched.
do you at least give him a massage or no massage? Oh, no. Okay.
He was on one end of the couch, and she was literally on the other.
No, we sat side by side on the couch. We just, like friends.
Wait, hold on. Really? Like that's
Not
even.
like held up close, but it wasn't like there was like 3 feet.
About like how you and B are right
this,
now.
Like about like this.
That's intimate.
That is not intimate. Intimate would be like, hey, I'm like up on you and shoulder and
This is pretty.
contact. This
If this is
not that
watching,
intimate.
guys. Don't
This
you
is
think
not
if
that
you guys are
intimate.
watching a movie at home or with a woman, don't you think this is pretty? This is pretty close. This is
it?
close area.
No, I don't think so.
Oh man.
To me, this does not feel intimate at all.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. All right. Wait.
I guess it's your own view of what
View it with the
feels intimate
how the
to you.
contact is.
But to me, this is not.
Kenneth says, "See, I think this situation is really based on young people and old people scenarios. Older folks agree to these like this. It's already set up from the gate. Younger folks feel entitled or it's mandatory for this to go down.
And I'm older, so that could be what
You
it
are
is.
older, and Kenneth, I agree, but I still think it doesn't matter what age because
Yeah, because
I would have a conversation.
I had a cougar one time,
And
and
they-
I went to her house.
And they knew it was
in
up.
Mount Lake Terrace. That was a mission. And we sat. in
What
that
time was
living
it
room.
at?
This was like probably 10, 11 o'clock.
I'm serious.
We sat
I'm
in that
telling
living
you.
room for like maybe 10 minutes, and not long after in the bedroom smacking.
I think it's time. Like I said, it's always time sensitive on it. If it's over a certain time, that's what it is. So, all right.
Damn, she was nice too.
Yeah. Cougars are very nice. Let's go on to the next one.
Cool. All right, so this whole thing
Fun
with
times.
Tia Mowry and Cory Hardrict, they recently divorced, or rather, Tia surprised him with a divorce.
So basically, just saying that she wasn't happy and gone.
And so here's the thing. Here's the whole setup. Cory Hardrict, blindsided by divorce, didn't cheat. Not sure why Tia wanted to end it. And so
Does anybody think that the only reason that a relationship ends is due to cheating? It amazes me that it's like there's other aspects or things that goes wrong in a relationship. Cheating's just one of them.
Right. Maybe they grew
Possibly-
apart.
let me
Maybe
read
they
this
grew
real
apart.
quick.
Okay, hold on.
Because it'll probably set this up for y'all
Okay.
to better answer the question. So this person chimed in and said Tia was married to this man for 14 years.
Okay.
Blindsided him with a divorce, all under the guise of "I'm not happy." Well, sweetheart, marriages or relationships are not always going to be cotton candy and rainbows. If a man blindsided a woman with a divorce after 2 kids and 21 years of being with them, y'all women would eat him alive. It's such a double standard.
Yeah. I will say definitely a double standard. Definitely a double standard on that, because when men, let's say due to even a physical, whether or not weight or not enough of whatever the case might be, it is looked upon differently as opposed to this lady.
I want to know why she didn't say she wasn't happy before she filed for divorce.
She probably did say it.
I mean, did she? What did they talk about? Why she wasn't happy? And
maybe she was of the ilk of thinking that he should be a mind reader and just see or know the signs and pick up on things.
See, no one
and
can read someone else's mind.
Right, exactly. I think that's what.
Do you really think somebody's really blindsided? Usually,
I don't know.
Yeah, it can. It can happen.
I think it can happen. I don't think,
especially when
when you, there are signs.
Especially when you know that you've had the communication is more than open. You guys you're communicating with your partner, and she could have been saying something like, "Yeah, I'm okay, everything's good," but really deep down, it's not. And so I don't need to dig or pry any further. Everything's good.
But when you dig a little bit more, just because somebody says you're okay, and you kind of how much more don't you have a feeling about your partner that you can feel like
how much more could you dig other than things seem like it's off. Are you sure? You good? Yeah, I'm
she's not gonna tell him though. I mean,
he
cannot read her mind.
Right. If she's not coming out and being,
there has to be some digging into it. You
shouldn't have to do that. You should not have to do that.
Someone doesn't tell you. If you ask and someone doesn't tell you.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking. So you guys are on the guys that he asked, and he was all the way up front and asking and making sure that she was okay.
I don't know.
Doing it. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
And then we also got to take into account that these are two very busy and active people. You know.
Thank you, Tay. And Tay just said energy. And to me, when you're married for 14 years, there is a certain amount of energy that is present in that relationship that you know that is when something is off, or you should know. If you don't know that, then that's what's going to happen. She's gone.
Yeah, but that would be. I think that would be difficult for these individuals in this situation, because again, they're not the regular married couple. Like, she's off doing shoots and movies and go-sees or whatever. You know, celebrities do. Him doing his thing as well. So who knows what once everything is said and done and they're actually able to like come together and have those conversations, have those intimate moments and connections and whatnot. He's probably in his mind, everything is good, according to what she's affording me. But deep down inside, she's just like, no. This ain't it. And he should know this. We've been together for 21 something years. We've been married 14 of those years. How come he's not picking? It could. I don't know. I'm just saying it could have been that.
Well, let's take it and take it out of that relationship and just take it over to just a normal relationship with normal people. Don't you think after 14 years you would have a certain type of sense?
I would say that if you have a sense that you should, I don't know, try counseling or something if there's something.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So something.
Yes.
They didn't even go that route. She was just like, I want out.
Yeah. Well, again, we don't know that. We don't know whether
that's literally what the reports are saying as of now. As everything has been developing, that's what it is. That's what they've been saying.
So Kenneth said this is nothing new when it comes to ex-child stars. They constantly get underlying issues. They take into adulthood, depression, past traumas from their younger days, etc. True.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Very, very true, Kenneth. Very.
Yeah. But I mean, even in or she found someone else.
Yeah, that could be.
That's
that could
too.
very much.
You never know.
The case
if
too.
they're doing traveling and stuff separately and doing their own thing career-wise,
it did say
time
something.
Apart, anything can happen. You don't know.
Well, it said something that was interesting. I guess she's very regimented in what she likes to like. They had to schedule sex.
That's wild.
And
that's wild. But then
just
again,
just their
due
lifestyle, to their schedules and everything else.
Right.
To us,
that's not far fetched.
It's not far fetched.
To me, that's not far fetched. Considering,
and is there something wrong with doing it like that? Sometimes when you have kids,
that works for them.
Yeah. Sometimes when you have children, your schedules and your
just didn't seem organic for her.
It might not have. Yeah.
If she's scheduling sex, no, that's not organic.
So.
But do people get married these days?
That's her choice if she's scheduling it.
Do people get married these days with the understanding it's forever now, or is it? Because it almost seems like people are more accepting of the fact that, okay, I might be married for 14 years, 15 years, I might move on, or are involved into something different.
It's more disposable.
It's very yes.
I mean, a long time ago, there was stigma with being divorced, and that stigma is gone.
Absolutely gone. So
before you stayed married, no matter what, through infidelity, through abuse, through whatever, you stayed married regardless. But these days,
Is there anything wrong with that though? So I mean, should you just?
But those only.
I would say it depends on why you're looking at divorcing. If there's abuse, I would say get out.
Right. I was about to say that's about
Get
abuse
out.
and cheating.
And, yes, those two things.
Well, let's
get
take
out.
let's take away those two things,
those
and
two-
let's
I'd
say
say try and work
let's
on
just-
it.
Yeah,
I would say try and
I
work
would
on
say
it.
the same thing. Try
Yeah.
and you
Try and
because
get
why
counseling.
why did y'all get married? You
Right.
literally you're in your vows for better or for worse, right?
Right.
With the exception of something like abuse and
And
getting your
cheat-
ass
right.
beat, cheating, and all that.
Exactly.
That's where I would say. Nah. But
So you think
but
anything is
outside of that
workable?
though,
Yeah, those
you
two
should be
things.
able to come together, go and get the counseling, therapy, whatever is needed, and work through it. And I think that's just even just let's take marriage out the picture. Just with relationships, I think a lot of folks these days, men and women, lack the effort and ability to actually put in the work. You have all these expectations of your partner, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like there's no reciprocity. No one wants to do the work.
People want things right
Well, you
now.
call-
No one-
when you
and
say
that
work-
too.
People want things
That
right
one-
now.
You say work.
That too.
They want
I
to
think
fix right
it's
now.
for the other person to do.
Work on
Work
both.
on-
No, work on both ends. It's both parties. It's not just one person. It's a unit. It's two of you. It's a unit. You
Should
both
be like
need
that.
to.
It should be,
You
but
both.
it's not like
you
that.
both need. Right. You
It's
both
not like
need to
that.
do the work. And that's what
Unfortunately,
I'm saying.
people-
And that's what I'm saying.
People go
do
into
not wanna-
dating with expectation, a laundry list of things they want the other person to do, and they're not willing to do
Exactly.
not one
And
of
that
those
is-
things, or maybe not even two of those things.
Right.
And then the
Two of those.
expectation, but the expectation is, oh, this person's got to do this, this, and that. No, it doesn't work like that. So, well, okay, come together in communication, but
And
even when the
compromise.
communication, that's what we're saying. If the
Exactly,
communication is
Kenneth.
broken,
Yes,
Exactly.
Kenneth, that's so true.
people are getting married now, but that's
Yeah.
what people are doing that. People are not getting married for the long term. They're just not.
That's why I like to sit and talk with my old heads, like folks, that have been married for like 50 years or whatever, because I really like to pluck their brains as to how they made it work.
Right.
Because
A lot of them aren't happy, though.
I don't listen to.
No, we're happy.
No,
True.
these couples.
Some of them are.
They all.
Some
yeah.
are very happy.
Yeah.
But some just say because.
Right.
Some just
Some will- and they'll-
more of those.
And they'll come out and tell you that though. That's the thing. They ain't gonna bullshit you. They'll come out
Yeah,
and tell
they
you that.
possibly.
But there are those couples that are just like, look, all this stuff that y'all are doing right now, this ain't nothing compared to what we had to go through in the time in which we had to go through it. Y'all just want something like right now.
But I don't know if that's necessarily. I mean, I get what you're saying, but sometimes
yeah.
I think people evolve and people start seeing things differently, and people are not going to just sit and stay in something when it doesn't feel right. And to me, I don't know. I think that is okay.
That's a cop
too.
out.
Some people do
That's
grow
kind-
apart.
that's-
Some grow
Absolutely.
apart.
Right,
I mean,
but I think that's a cop out.
I mean,
Oh,
it
okay.
could be. I mean, some couples, they start out, maybe younger, or whatever, and they're very much in love, and as they age,
14 years later.
as they age, their
14
goals
years later.
change. Maybe she has goals
it's
to do this.
in your vows, people.
Right.
You're getting married
Oh,
to
my-
be. This is the person that
Right.
you're walking this side of life
Sounds
with.
good.
So
I
are we?
agree
So
with
so why are we omitting? But that's what it sounds like to me. Like it's in your vows. So if you know that, man, I don't know if I could really be with this person for umpteen
I don't think people
years.
know that, though. I
But they
don't think
should
that-
know that, and that's what. No, that's what I'm saying. This is where people want.
Divorce rate is at almost
this is where hold on.
56%.
This is where
That's
people
not
want to
how it is.
escape accountability and don't want to own up to their shit. And they want to play games, and I think that when marriage is something, to me, it's super serious. You should treat it as such. It's not just like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. If you don't want to do that, then why not? What's the dude name? The dude from Kiss, Gene
Simmons?
Simmons.
Simmons?
His whole thing with I forget the lady's name.
Oh,
but
okay. I'm just, yeah.
his whole thing was like, this is my life partner. I just can't see myself, marry. I don't want to marry her because something might happen, So I'd rather just us be together the way that we've been doing it all these years, and that's it.
But a lot of marriages do evolve, and they start living differently. They're not living the same way they were when they first got married. There's different things. Either, some start sleeping in separate rooms. It just,
Right.
things do happen and occur just because you're. I just think people
I mean, you're
evolved,
right. You're right.
I'm just,
you're right.
Try counseling
I personally,
before
I
you
seen
call
it with
plans.
whenever I was around my, pops and that side of
Oh,
family.
you see, yeah.
I seen it with my own grandparents. Like,
Yeah,
my
because
grandfather
they
didn't.
didn't love
My
each other.
grandfather didn't sleep in that room with my
Yeah.
grandmother.
and I know a lot of
He
old
was-
school cats that tell me
he was
"Man,
cool in
Yep.
his love seat in the living room with the TV on. Grandma in the room in the bed.
Yeah. Sure, I got relatives like I ain't sleeping with her. Are you kidding me?
And then to watch them
she
big,
farting and moving and doing all this. I'm like, damn, but they love each other, so that
right.
works for them. So
and to watch them like bicker and go at
Yeah.
it with each other, but they stayed together. They
Yes.
had that home.
but I will say 'cause
6
different
kids
times-
and all these
Yep.
grandkids later. They both stayed married until my grandfather passed first, and then my grandmother died.
She gonna usually
So-
they're gonna they pass
and I think
right after
this-
each other.
it's a beautiful struggle, and I think that's what it's all about. Even with all their, and I don't even know the half, even a quarter of what they went through, because I was the grandkid that was rarely around. But from what I seen, it was just like, damn, they held it together,
Yeah.
despite what I see them doing now with them just throwing shots at each other.
I come from parents that were married.
Like
I
that.
think my parents were married 61 years. So I mean, I see the value in it.
Yeah.
But I also see the value that unfortunately people do evolve, and sometimes relationships stay stagnant. And one person wants to
But
maybe
see,
do whatever.
but-
Sometimes,
Sometimes one wants to work on it, one does
well,
not.
and sometimes
That
you have to
happens
be
as
on the
well.
same accord
So
on
I
that.
mean, if
Yes.
you want to try counseling and the person you're with will not try counseling,
You can't do anything
Yep.
about that, right?
Right, you can't.
So
So,
I
I mean-
get that. Yeah.
So, but it's
You never
I
know.
think this is a great conversation to have from the younger, even because you're right. I think people do get married. But I met somebody who was married she was telling me like we were just talking about just relationships. She's like, oh, I was married for 13 months. I'm like, well,
Damn.
why only 13 months? She knew like
A year
13
and a
months.
month.
She's like, well, I didn't see myself with him. I'm like, well, you didn't know that before you got, what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
That's
I get what you're
right.
saying. Like, I'm like, well, you didn't see yourself with, this wasn't a partnership. This was a convenience.
But see, on the flip side, like I said, there's those couples that have been together since forever, and they look at each other as if it was like the first time they went out on that first date. They just they made it work, and I don't know. I like stuff like that. So you got the dark side of it, but then you also have those positive stories or testimonials that I don't think get as much shine because people are so used to or ingrained with just I'm over it.
I respect those, but I also respect the couples that it didn't work and they went to, but they're still amicable and they're still cool and they still were able to.
Are they amicable when they?
I know some people that are, some people are not.
Out here.
We have, but sometimes you get in a place that I can respect the fact that it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And instead of doing more harm to each other,
Right.
to your children, because your children are the ones that
That's
suffer
true.
the most.
When there are children involved, it's a whole different story. I mean, if you're not
Kids
happy,
harbor that.
If things are not going right, you've got to be a
Tay
good
even-
example
she
for
said
your
that. She
kids
said
on,
kids
on
change the dynamics,
what
too.
healthy looks like.
Yeah, because kids weigh. I mean, there's
learn
things.
what you live.
Yeah, absolutely. So Angelina was married for 20 years. 20 years later, she ended it. And then kids. You throw kids on top of there.
Right.
So there's
I mean, 20 years. Okay.
But I
get it. But it's just like
some people
they can't
evolve
say
and
they
some-
didn't try. Like 20 years,
20
you can't say you
years.
didn't put. That's a
But
that's a hefty
I would
amount
like
of
to
time
ask, and I'm not saying her, but I
Yeah.
would probably venture to say 13 years were pretty. After 8 years, you probably already done. Just don't know it. Or not coming to reality.
I got a friend whose parents are doing that now. Like they're married right now, but her mom has the house that they first got, and then her pops has his own house, but it's like right around the corner.
Now, what's up, Tina? How you doing? Thank you for watching. Well, it's very common. It's a lot more common than we would think. Why is marriage just seems such a hard looming man.
You
It's a lot
gotta
of work.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm about
lot
to say
of
you
work.
gotta be.
And-
you have to be down to do that work, and I just
lot
don't
of-
think
Can I
a lot
ask,
of
the
people are
older
down
do
to do
you
that.
do you ever see yourself getting married again?
No.
Damn, you crunch up her face.
No.
God, Nick, do you see that?
Hey,
She
and
crunch
but I respect that though,
She
because
crunch her face like I said something like.
I respect that though, because you got folks that'll bullshit and then say, yeah,
Maybe.
and then do it, and then they're back square one. I'm divorced again.
But would you do?
You've heard about those people that they've been divorced or they've been married 4 times, or they've been on their 5th marriage.
With that. I mean, I don't really have. I mean, you got.
I don't know. That's weird to me.
You think
it's weird to me?
You think? Well, what's all right?
4 times being married. Like, why are you? Why?
You got to figure it out. Trying to figure it. I mean, you got to.
I guess
it's like baseball. You going 0 for 4, you got to get a hit. So I mean, right? We're watching the Mariners. We're like, you got to get a hit.
Yeah.
So about you? You ain't married?
What?
Have you ever been married?
For what?
Have you been married?
For what?
But see, I respect that though.
For what?
Because Gene Simmons. I respect that. He would rather a life partner than I'm just.
Well, you know what? But I'm not opposed to it. It's just that really is not.
But
I don't
realistically,
think about it.
but
Probably
you're not right. I'm about to say realistically, you would. I don't think you would.
I live a bachelor life. Yeah.
Right. But I respect that because you have individuals like yourself, you too, Tama, that's like, no, marriage ain't for me. I'm cool, just rocking this way or rocking that way. Whatever way it is you choose to rock. I respect that.
Yeah, I think like a life partner. I think that's cool.
And
I like
there
that.
you go. Yeah.
I get
But most women don't like that. How come most women don't like life partner? They want the marriage part.
Because we already know marriage is
it's traditionally women.
It's an insurance policy for them,
and
so they must have it.
So.
Oh damn, Nick went there. Nick called it an insurance policy.
They must have it. That's why.
I take care of that.
Compound that on top of the
ladies.
Hold on, compound that on top of the fairy tale things that they was put in their head when they were little girls and all of that. The idea of Prince Charming and being married and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get out here in the world and you see, well, the men that you've encountered, I'm not going to say men in general. You see the men that you've encountered who they really are. It turns out to be a turnoff.
I'm good.
And then there you go, boom. So okay,
How much is the average wedding now?
I don't know.
There is a TV show.
I don't know.
What is the average wedding
Thousands.
now?
Thousands. It's up
about
there.
the size of like what is it?
Down payment on a
Down
house.
payment
That's what
on
I'm saying.
a house.
Why don't you use that money?
$30K.
Buy the house instead.
30K.
Why don't you use the money toward the house?
That's the show. It's like we can either help y'all find a house, or y'all can use this money that we would give you to get the house to put in on your marriage. I forget what the show is called.
Everybody's saying a house.
Like get the house.
Every man,
I would have got the house.
Every man is saying a house. I bet you about half of the women are saying marriage.
No, when I got married, I didn't want a ring.
You didn't want a ring.
I was like, I don't need a ring, right? I said, I want to get a house. We can get a ring later on, but let's look at getting a house. A ring was not important.
These are the exceptions to the rule. Angelina says, I don't need a fancy wedding. Tama saying, get the house.
Yeah,
it's always been a bridezilla effect where they gotta have the bells and whistles when it comes to the wedding.
His sister was like, you gotta have rings. Gotta have rings. I went to Walmart. I found 2 rings for like under $100.
That's an exception to the rule.
Wow, you are.
So I was like, here, now we have rings.
That ain't popping.
No, usually.
I bought mine and his.
These
Mine
chicks
was
out
like
here,
55. His was like
Yeah.
35.
Nah.
It's like, okay, we have rings.
Tay said, I've been engaged twice. No pressure on my end to be engaged. Wow.
I think that's different though. That's different.
Being engaged?
Yeah, because it's just like you get engaged, and if you get engaged, and then I don't know, something happens between the time that you set the date to be married and the time that he proposed to you, or you. But she didn't stay in it,
because a lot of women wouldn't stay in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like something happened between the time he proposed or she accepted the proposal, between then and then the time that the wedding is to be to go down. Within that timeline, something happened to where it was just like, look, we're not clicking, or it's just not going to happen. I think that is a awesome time to be like, all right, well, let's go ahead and disengage. Let's go ahead and pull out, rather than get married
and hoping that it gets
and
better.
then 12 months later or 13 months later talking about
But some people would say, hey, you got to go through with it. You said yes.
I don't know.
This is the process. No, you don't have to. But that's what I'm pretty sure some people told her.
Yeah, but that's what the relationship part is for. Like that's why I think that's why the relationship is important. You date, vet, whatever, and then you graduate to the relationship status. Do that for 2-3 years, however many years, and in that time you get to know that person, to know, okay, look, this is somebody I can see myself really spending the rest of my life with.
I agree with that.
Or
But when you're
then you go-
engaged,
and
though,
you- and
you
you- and
already
you go-
kind of got to
and then
that
that's-
process.
And then that's when you
'cause you're
go
about
and
to
get
married.
engaged. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
then that's when you go and get engaged. But even then, right? Even then, something can happen between the engagement and when the wedding is supposed to go down to where it's just like,
I wonder what's the
this don't
percentage of
feel
people
right.
that get engaged that
I'ma
don't
pull
go
out.
through with the wedding.
That's a good question.
I think I would venture to see that because that's a hard one. Because I think most people I know that got engaged, they got married. Very few that didn't go the way through.
There was
So,
a couple on Facebook or on social media where
Yes, get the house.
during their engagement,
yes, Tina,
their-
get the house.
their
Yes, I
engagement
agree
party,
with
they were just like, look, we don't want wedding gifts. We just hit us with a donation and help us put down on our home. So that's how they did it. I thought that was pretty
I'm
dope.
fine with that. I mean, why buy someone something they're not going to use anyway, right?
Right.
I
They're
mean,
just like, just
a
hit
lot
it.
of people when they get married, they've been maybe living together. They already have everything they need. If they needed a toaster or whatever it is, they probably already have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do they need? They probably need money for their house.
I just thought that was a
Even if you
dope
don't
idea.
need the money, you want the money.
Or if they have a house, maybe money for their honeymoon or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Well, anyways, guys, that's a good one. We can go on about that, but
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So for the
We
last.
get our last topic. Thank you guys for
we're
tuning in.
getting all three tonight.
Yeah. For tuning in. Shop Culture every Tuesday.
Awesome segue. Happy wife, happy life versus happy spouse, happy house. Happy wife, happy life is destroying many marriages. It should be happy spouse, happy house, because a good marriage consists of two happy people.
Yeah, I think they're going
Yes.
on the happy wife.
I know. I
Viewpoint.
hear that. This just makes my ears just cringe.
Did it make your ears cringe back then when it was the norm to say that?
Yes. I'm not-
Okay.
I
So
guess
you
I'm-
was never with that saying.
No,
in
I
other
was
words.
never with that because okay. So let's suppose you're married to someone, right?
Well, yeah.
And
Okay.
the wife is happy, but the husband is not. I mean, is the household gonna be happy if you're a partner? If the person you're married to, your life's partner, your yin, your yang, whatever, if that person's not happy, how can you be happy?
I mean, that all makes sense.
I mean, it seems like you both.
But
need
you
to
have
be
a lot of
happy.
women out there
Yeah,
that
but I think
if it's not going their way, if it's not their way, then it's no way. And the same can be said for some fellas.
but I think it was more
Right.
to it because back in the day, I think they were talking about how the women was,
Taking care of
taking
stuff.
care of the household, taking care of the kids. They were doing a lot, so that's the reason why they were using that comment.
As long as
That's
the
a
wife,
buffer.
as long as the wife is happy, then all is well. I used to hear shit like that too. I was like, well, bro, what about you? What is she doing? What is she doing to add to your happiness? Not make you happy, but
Well, that's what I'm
add
saying.
to your
She's taking care of
happiness.
the house. It's that back then, men didn't necessarily have to take care of the house as much. It wasn't really dual in taking care of the house.
I
But
don't
if
believe
she's
that.
working,
Maintenance
taking care
around
of
the
kids,
house,
taking
men
care
are
of the
taking
house,
care of that.
all the laundry, cleaning, cooking, all that. And he's sitting around. Maybe he's doing the yard. Is she really happy?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not really a dual. I think I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand some of it because some men were like, "Hey, I work, I made the money. That's it.
I work,
Well,
and then
there's more
whatever's
to the
broken in this
household.
house, I'm fixing it, or I'm putting money into the house to get it fixed. I'm sure there was men back then that were helping maintain the house as far as
but-
making sure the house was functioning, not just
I don't know.
I'm.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. Yeah,
I'm about to say. So you're saying there were no men that were doing
No,
that?
I didn't say no.
Or
men.
you don't think that
no.
men were
What-
doing that?
No, I'm just saying back in the day where you're talking about, it was a function of men just went to work, and that was kind of
it.
it. They weren't
I don't
helping
know.
with the children.
Back
They
in
weren't.
the
I'm not
50s.
talking.
Yeah,
I'm
back
in the
not
50s.
talking about the children.
Back
But
in
the
the
children are
50s.
part of. But children are. A
I
part
know,
of
but that's
it.
not what I was talking about. I was talking about in regards to the home, like the home as far as the house itself, not the children necessarily. So like with the wife or with the woman in the outfit, cleaning and making sure the house is just booming in that regard. When it comes to something that needs to be fixed, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that there weren't men doing plumbing in their house or exchanging a door or something.
No, okay, they were doing that. I mean, I don't think.
So in that, for me, it's both individuals making sure that house is fully functioning and running.
Well, I think it should change now simply because women are working. It's the same. It's a dual. It should be dual. All I'm saying is I can see the reasoning behind that saying back in the day. Back in the day,
Yeah, back in the day, it was the same.
most men weren't.
But hopefully we've evolved since then.
most men weren't really helping rearing kids, and kids was a big ass responsibility. It's not something simple and easy. I mean, it's just not. So I mean, I can understand it.
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point in my life yet, so I can't really speak on it.
But what Tay said, absolutely no one's happiness is over the other one. Yes.
Right. Or I can only go so far into it, I should say. I already kind of spoke on it, but yeah.
What about when you were growing up? Was your father?
My mom divorced my dad when I was in second grade because he was not a good husband, and she was much happier once
Doing stuff herself.
Yeah,
Doing her stuff herself.
Once my mom was single, she was much happier. So, and part of it was like she didn't want us to see her living in a dysfunctional relationship. She wanted us to, grow up healthy, happy, all that and stuff. But if you're living in a home where the relationship you're seeing is dysfunctional, that to you is normal. And she didn't want that to be normal for us to, seek out dysfunctional relationships because we were living in that environment.
That's a huge thing.
It is.
It is important to see the communication that's, healthy. I mean, that goes into it should be our normal, and it's not. That's the issue. That's the problem. It's not. Even social media is a prime example of that, back and forth.
Well, they're breaking down those norms now with the whole, we talked about this on a previous episode where, gender roles.
Yes.
That's the thing that's hard body now, where it's just like, yeah, so what you took care of the kids, or so what you went out and worked all day, you still need to come home and contribute to home. And I agree with that. It should be a two-way situation.
I know of men who won't babysit their kids. It's called parenting your own child. When it's your child, it's not babysitting. And there are men out there who feel like they're not going to babysit their kids. It's like, I don't babysit my kids. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You don't watch your own kids?
Yeah,
POS.
It's some men have the mold.
Those are weird.
That's weird.
Like, that's
weird.
There's men that say, "Hey, I make the money. That's it. That's all I have to do." And
right.
And for a long time that was acceptable, and that was it. And so that's not healthy.
No, not at all.
Men and women should be doing dual and both.
Mutual support.
Yeah. Especially these days, I think the mutual support is just necessary.
The reciprocity is just dead. You got women who want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional. They want to be. They want to be. I'll die on this hill. I don't give a damn.
I can't comment on traditional.
You have. They want traditional men, but they don't want. They're not traditional themselves. They want to, do all this out the box, out of pocket shit. But then on the other hand, you also have the fellas that they expect the woman to just be at home and just being a housewife, but it's just like, but what are you doing to help that along? Like, there's women that wouldn't mind not having to go to work and being a housewife, but it's just like, what are you providing for me to do that? So I think it's just on both sides, men and women.
But why is it such an argument? Like, some men get so upset, like when a woman says, "I want a man that makes a certain amount," like you get like, and then vice versa. It's like it gets to be like this hostile. Everybody, hey, you like what you like. If that's what you aiming for, hey, good luck to you.
If you want a man that makes a certain amount of money, then you need to attract that.
Okay.
If you're not attracting that, then
there's nothing wrong with wanting it,
there's nothing wrong with wanting anything, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna get it.
Nick?
But men get so bad about it. Like, why is she?
Yeah, and that's weird too. Go ahead.
If you want a man that makes that amount of money, what are you doing to help him elevate him to that level?
They don't think that they should.
So the thing is,
they think that he should already be there.
If you care about the man, if he checks the boxes, whatever, why can't you as a couple elevate?
I hear what you're saying, Tama, but women today, a lot of them, they want a
David Hayes, how you doing, boss?
They want a ready-made nigga already. They just want to be able to step into comfort. They don't want to work with this man or build with this man. And then on the other hand, you got dudes that don't want to work with the woman or whatever, with whatever she got going on. People don't want to struggle, or I don't want to say struggle, but people don't want to build with
one another. But why is it such a fight about money?
I believe in build together. I mean, if you can build
whether
together,
it's money or expectation of what you think this woman should do, like, well, we're married and I got you here, but I'm gonna go out here in these streets and do whatever the fuck I want to do, but you need to stay here and do. do what I say.
I'm just
like
saying, it's like a drag down
both
fight.
Parties got stupid shit going on, and it's just like this is why we are. I think where we are at when it comes to these topics of discussions and relationships as a whole.
But it even starts with the younger generation, and it even moves up because it's still like this.
I can't even
nonsense about
I can't even put it on the generation B because I've seen it with the old heads, and I'm seeing it. I see it with my generation. I see it with the generation behind me. It's just like I don't know. There's a lot of dumbasses out here with expectations that they.
No, I do agree with you. Like.
That they can't even live up to. They can't live up to their own
expectations of other people that you're not willing to do.
You can't even live up to. Yeah. So how are you?
It's unrealistic.
Exactly.
So stop. You know what I'm saying? It's. I think the dating pool, the dating process is just. I don't know. It's messed up.
You know, it's ironic. I was talking.
Yeah, you do.
Everybody
I
don't know, Angelina. You care.
Yeah, everybody cares.
I was talking to a guy earlier.
You ain't catering. Oh, go ahead, Tama.
And I think he's from New York.
Okay, there we go. She says, but at least close to what I make.
There you go.
Clarified.
So, I think he's from the East Coast. He's been here 12, 13 years, maybe. Mm-hmm. He said the dating here in Seattle is just weird. That people are just. He said it's unlike anywhere else in the country.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Just like we were saying before.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
I was like, I told him, you need to listen to one of the shows we had. Nick talked about that, the coonery and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. He mentioned all that. I was like, you should have been listening. It's like he was speaking.
What I was saying, right?
Yes.
Right.
So what was he saying? Like what?
It's just that it's dating here is just really weird.
And I agree with this comment, by the way.
Black people here are different, really different. I'm like, you get tune into the show. I know, I see you smirk. Nick is over here smirking. He's over here smirking.
Tell your homie or tell him to tune in.
I told him that he needs to find that show on YouTube.
I would like to hear the reasoning. There's no reasoning you're giving me, but all right.
I can't remember all he said. He said a lot, but I couldn't remember.
Was there anything that you can like encapsulate?
He just said something along the lines of black people here. He wouldn't really go into a lot because I was born here, I guess. He was
trying to spare your feelings, I guess.
Maybe.
But he's trying to date her, so go.
Right.
But he said that black people here are just really cold and not easy to get to know and not very friendly.
Right. You're right.
Just really, really weird when it comes to trying to date somebody and meet people and all that. I'm like, not all of us. Some of us are very nice.
And the thing is, the only advantage that us as transplants have in dating up here is that no one, because we didn't grow up here, so we don't know whoever from wherever. Like we're brand new to the landscape. So that's like the only advantage I think we as transplants have when it comes to dating here, because no one knows who we are. No one can say, oh, yeah, I remember he went to Rainier Beach or he went to Franklin or Garfield or whatever. Like, so I hear a lot of.
It's such a small.
Right.
It's a small town. Seattle's a small town.
It's not even a lot, you know.
Everybody knows everybody. Everybody grew up with everybody.
You go out, you see everybody. It's like you can't go out without seeing people you know.
And so I didn't have that problem. I don't know. I don't know none of you niggas. Like, I'm not from here, and I find myself having to tell people that. Hey, I'm with it. That's correct. Shouts out to Corey Phillips. Yeah.
Next up an event, you can both go with me.
But
stepping
to your friend, see, I know I'm not.
He was saying
I'm not tripping.
Everything that you were saying.
Right.
I was like, we were talking, and I started laughing. I was like, Nick was saying all this.
So you guys, you hear this, brother. So I'm gonna bring this up with the brothers. We can hear this.
We gotta have him on the show. Better yet, have him on the show, man.
And had the cat. Wait, because we got cats like your boy Mason. Is he from?
I don't know. Remember he told us, he's like, all right, this bitch from Everett, and then I went to Tacoma, and then I went to Linwood, all this other shit. So he might be. No, he's from St. Louis. He said he's from St. Louis, but he's been out here for like what, as long as I've been alive. So I guess he's kind of. He's considered a local. Doc says men clean, cook, and do laundry as well as providing stability, direction, and finances. So take care of his wants and needs as he takes care of you. It's not difficult if you're actually into him and not just there for the stability ride. Oh, man.
Yes, take care of each other.
I'm with that, Doc.
Definitely take care of each other.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Spoil each other.
Yeah.
Just do it. I mean, you look out for each other. That's it.
Yes.
Yep.
Somebody I heard one of my elders was like, it's weird for people to be in their like 40s and single. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you by in that? I guess they were under the impression that it's like, no, you don't want to be single. Something wrong with you. That's something you say to help yourself sleep at night. But you're out here dating and entertaining other men, or on the men's side, you're out here dating and entertaining women. If you really wanted to be single, you wouldn't even be doing that. So like, why are you truly like by yourself and complaining and bitching and moaning about the dating landscape? Like,
that's a crazy
something wrong?
That's
with
just
you.
crazy.
That's
just crazy. I mean, maybe people like going
insightful
on
intake.
dates and being out with people and having fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship and be tied down to someone.
No companionship at all.
No, I'm saying.
Do you really think that there's people out there that don't want no companionship at all?
There might be. I don't know.
I don't think
not
somebody,
me.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe someone who's really, really introverted, maybe. But
yeah,
I mean,
no.
there's nothing wrong with going out on dates with different people. And
I got you, Angelina.
Yeah,
I thought it was an interesting take.
That I would have said you're crazy to the person.
About what? Being 40?
No, yeah, being over 40 and not being married is like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Are you kidding? It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
It just depends on how you look at it. I mean,
yeah,
you know, like I said, I mean, I always say it's a difference if you're self-sufficient in every way. You're not worried about.
I guess they were talking more so about the people who are complaining about like the whole dating landscape or whatever. But then at the same time saying, I don't need nobody. Or I don't need no
you're talking about the
things of that nature. It's
the
just
ones
like
that are bitter and mad.
Right.
And yeah, there's a lot
it's
of
like,
that.
well,
why? Then, you know what? Hey, that's them, and they want to.
Why do you even chime in on these conversations, or why are you even like? It was, I don't know. I kind of understood.
They're going to tell you because they can. So
right.
I mean, so, thank you guys tuning in. Shop Culture, man. Every Tuesday, 8:00. Once again.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good conversation.
We actually got through all the topics. Segue.
I know.
Nice segue.
All three of them.
Got
it's like, wow.
No.
I didn't eat popcorn. I didn't even eat popcorn tonight.
No, there you go. Thank you guys.
Yeah. What does it say here? I sure do need a 1 a.m. Ooh.
Conversation now.
Well,
Go ahead, Angela.
Well.
Angelina.
We love it here. All right, y'all. Every Tuesday night, 8 p.m., Shop Culture, B, Tama, myself. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And as always, we'll be back to hit y'all with some more heat next week. But until then, we'll have to see y'all on the next go-round. Be safe. Have a good night.
Stay safe. Be blessed.
Hey, man, we out.
Have a great week.
Yes.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
If you are in the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056. www.melissawilliams.com.